No comments.
Oh, Michael, the
Good
public
morning,
comment.
Michael. Do you have a public comment? Wait, I shouldn't take your role. Excuse me.
Hi. Around here. Ready?
Yeah, you're
Okay. I'm just bringing an idea to the select board about something that Bob Thibodeau and I are in the very initial stages of looking at the trees on the common and what kind of help, arboreal help they need.
One's dead.
There are several that are dead
Yeah.
and some that need to be removed, many that need some dead wood pruning, and they all need actual pruning, according to Bob. So I just wanted to tell you that we're working on this in case anybody else was talking about it, and when we have some proposals from professional arborists, which won't include Bob, he's not physically able to do the work,
Yeah.
but he is certainly engaged and very enthusiastic about the idea. So it's just sort of a heads up what's happening in town.
That's good. The only thing that, I don't know, we don't know if that'll ever happen, but there's a proposal to put all the power lines underground.
Yeah, that's a huge project.
Yeah.
And what we're proposing would not cost the town anything. We plan to do fundraising to pay for the beautification.
Yeah, no, I agree with some of those trees. When I was a kid, there was huge elms. I mean, this
Really?
size elms going up and down the green.
Wow.
Used to play football in between them.
Not even big stumps anymore. Where were
No,
they?
nothing. I mean, they were real big, pretty trees.
Did the stumps all get ground?
Yeah, got disappeared anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they planted all those split leaf maples, which are not a very good tree.
Yeah, I've heard them referred to as Freemason maples, which I've only heard
I
that
don't know,
once.
box elders or whatever they are, they're soft maples.
Oh, yeah, box elders. Anyway, thank you, and I will be back with more information when I have it.
All right, well, thanks for the information.
Mhm.
Got one
Yes.
comment out of them anyways.
I thought you'd be happy.
All right, we'll go on to minutes.
Mhm. And the only thing is about the July 7th minutes, I think Dina has stuff to add to the non-public session, because I wasn't a part of that. So I don't know if we want to wait.
Well, the
On the-
non-public's
on
gonna
this-
wait for the
right.
public minutes.
Yep. Whatever.
I'll move
Okay.
I'll second, all in favor,
them.
and aye.
And you saw the changes I made to the July 7th ones, right?
We
Are-
only make good changes.
And are you guys moving both the 7th and the 15th public minutes?
Yes.
So what will we do then? We would amend the July
Right.
7th ones once we have,
Right.
if there's a non-public.
Right.
Just to put it in.
Mhm.
Manifest of $93,837.93.
Yeah, there was a couple things I had questions on. I don't know, do you
Well,
know?
I'll see if I know.
If I do it. That was good. Let's see if I can find it. So the $39,000 item for the Ford of Claremont, do you know what, I assume that's,
That's for the maintenance highway vehicle that they're trading in the one they currently have, and then I think it was, the trading value was like 22,000, if I'm remembering correctly, and so this is the remaining.
okay, so this is a vehicle purchase, not
Correct.
maintenance of a vehicle.
Correct, yes, the new one, yep.
Sorry.
What was the amount on the the bill for the vehicle and the trade-in?
It was 39,481.
And the trade was 22,000?
I believe, don't quote me on that, but I can double check.
And Jordan, do you know
Yes.
what the $2,800 for electrical work at the highway building was?
They had, I believe they were all inside, all of their lights in the shop and stuff needed replacing. I don't think it was anything outside, but I,
That's a highway truck?
it's the highway / maintenance truck, so
Oh,
Matt,
that's the pickup.
Yes, Matt
Matt's
uses it,
truck.
highway uses it, yeah.
Oh, and then I had questions about the painting, which was a big number. The
Okay,
Total
yep.
painting came to like almost $18,000. What, could you tell me what that was?
That was for both the Academy building and the Pike House.
Academy building that we should sell.
Sure. That's an idea as well.
All right.
But yes, that's what that is.
He wants his effigy tarred and feathered.
That's all I
He likes
got.
to court danger.
Okay, so are we moving this, or maybe?
I'll move it.
Okay.
I'll second.
And
I do.
couldn't find one anywhere, and I looked.
It's a little bent up, but
Delinquent dogs.
Yes, that's just a list that Emily has to give you of dogs that haven't been registered yet.
And they go to the police.
Yes, after a certain date.
can we post it up by Lawn Hardware with like photos and
If
stuff?
that's what you'd like.
Wanted.
A cigarette dangling from their mouth.
But yeah, you don't have to do anything with it, it's
I was thinking we'd
just-
post the photos of the dogs, but if you want. The owners.
I was thinking of the dogs with the cigarettes hanging. Perhaps a jaunty little cat.
Oh, looks like some of them got crossed out since you sent
Yes,
it out.
yep, so some people did come, so that's good. And Emily reported this is the shortest the list has ever been in her time, so not that long, but
And we had one error about a dog's name.
yes.
It's Calvin, not Winston.
Not sure what happened there, but that's okay.
I got on this one time, Patty Baby.
I've been on this list too.
Oh, that's fun.
We hope we don't have a repeat of last year where
Right?
somebody got very upset.
I know.
About their
Threatened
dog?
violence.
Schedule a meeting to discuss the skiway.
So I don't know if we necessarily want to choose an exact date since Michael's not here, but I kind of just wanted to get the discussion going that we'll have to
Yeah.
discuss that whole 2002 agreement.
That's why he didn't show up, you notice his signature was on
Yeah,
2002.
which makes him a valuable member too, because
Right.
he may remember some of
Right,
what
right,
happened then, but.
yeah. Yeah, but I didn't put it in your packet, but I do have little printouts of just the 2002 agreement, and David made a list of building permits they've gotten over the years, and just some notes from the assessor that I have if you guys wanna.
Yeah, the thing
Review.
that struck me the most is that our assessor is saying, look, based on his research, he thinks the property isn't exempt at all, that it doesn't qualify for exemption. And when you read the letter and the agreement that was entered into back in the early 2000s, it sounds like that Dartmouth College was saying, at least at that point, that they thought that there was a pretty strong argument that the entire structure, that the whole thing was exempt. So that's an obvious 180-degree disparity there.
Right.
I wonder, without being don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, but without being confrontational, it would be interesting if we could, before we sit down and meet with Dartmouth, if we could have them think about what they think their position is on it now.
Right,
Because, you know, our assessor, we don't always agree with our assessor, and it may be that we think that there's some
right,
basis for some portion of the property being exempt. And
right,
it'd be interesting to know if they've thought about that, or
What
if they,
their-
what their advisors are telling them.
okay, mhm,
I don't know how we communicate that to them.
right,
Well, I'm sure they'll wanna talk.
right, yeah.
And who's our contact there?
That's a great question. I mean, there's obviously the manager guy, Adam, is that his name?
Mark.
Mark, don't know where Adam came
There's
from.
always somebody,
but-
Kelly or something.
But there's a tax person too from Dartmouth. He's more of just like the operations manager. So that'll be a Dina question, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I think what I would be inclined to do is at least just informally call that person,
Okay,
their tax person, and say, hey, we're gonna have to sit down and talk about this. In advance of talking about it, our assessor is telling us that he thinks that, based on his research, that this doesn't qualify for tax exemption at all, that it's just a public, that it's just a ski, a
Right.
commercial ski operation. If you have a different view, we would love to get that input.
mm-hmm.
So they don't feel like we sit down in a meeting and we're sandbagging them.
Right, right. But, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exempt properties.
Yeah, so I thought we could, I know you guys might have some, I tried to get Brendan to be able to come to this meeting, but he had something with another town. But I thought there are quite a few that are pretty straightforward, so if we don't have questions on some of them, maybe we can get those put through. And I have information on like the Benedictine congregation and the Upper Valley Land Trust, cause we had last year
They put stuff in for-
correct, and they've done all that for the qualifying properties, so.
So let's go through what we
Go
can.
through the list, okay. So the American Legion is the first one on the list, and you'll notice Brendan recommended to deny because they didn't file paperwork. That,
Because they're defunct.
yes, they're not active, and Sean, who's the commander, is still in the process of getting all the paperwork for it to be transferred to the town. So either way, it's either American Legion property or town property. So it would theoretically be exempt, but that's up to you guys if you wanna, and Laura also had said by law it's exempt, so.
And if we imposed a tax on it, who would pay the tax?
Right,
It would just turn into a lien.
Right.
Which then ultimately is gonna be on a town property, so it's kind of just a bunch of paperwork
Right.
for no point.
right,
Okay,
Let's continue with exempt.
okay.
I'll move it to be exempt.
Second,
But,
all those in favor?
David,
Ten.
could we reach out to Sean and
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, come on,
Let's get this, yes.
let's get this wrapped up?
Rolling, yes. Okay, the next one is.
Where is that property, by the way?
Up behind the horseshoe.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
behind
The
the
little road that's between the Lyme house and the horseshoe, the little road goes up there.
So once, if it gets transferred to the town, what do you think we want to do with it? Do we want to sell it, or do we want to do something with it?
I don't know. Could be a house lot up there, I suppose, that's right away. Ground's good, building's probably not worth much, but
Driveway's fierce, but
driveway's steep. Well, it's not the steepest in town, I'm sure.
no.
Yeah, we're not very good landlords, so.
No, we're not gonna rent it, have those headaches.
All right.
Okay, so then the Benedictine congregation, they have, so they have one wood lot, and that's always, or since I've been here, it's always been taxed at current use, so that one's out of the question. But 41427 is the lot that they have the retreat house, but then they also have some excess land. And last year, we encouraged them to enroll that excess land in current use, they have. Brendan is still, you could read in his thing that he doesn't believe that this rises to the test because it's used so minimally. But going back to Laura, she recommended that the house itself be exempt, but the excess land be in current use.
Going to follow Laura's advice on that.
There are occasional people up there.
Right, they do use it a few times a year, they've said, so.
I'll move it.
A second. All those in favor? Then aye.
Okay. Upper Valley Land Trust, so this one, last year, I can't remember if they, yeah, we denied them last year and they were encouraged to enroll in current use in all their qualifying. There's like one property that doesn't qualify because of the acreage, they don't have at least 10 acres on it, but all the rest of them are now in current use and that's what they'll be taxed on.
Okay, we don't have to do anything on that, that's already done. right?
So you would, they
Just
still
deny-
apply, so you
Oh.
have to deny it, yeah. If
Oh.
that's, well, don't have to, if that's what you want.
So,
Yeah, I'll move it.
I'll second. Those in
David,
favor?
aye.
Then aye.
Okay,
Do you happen to know, is the small parcel that's under 10 acres, is it adjacent to anything that would get them over 10 acres? Where
Yeah.
is it?
that one, I believe, 40726, and I didn't write down
Then the river road down.
it might be. I'd have to double check, I didn't write down the actual address, but it doesn't have any abutting properties around it. The rest of theirs is on map 401.
And is it right on the Connecticut River?
I can't say that for a fact, I can't remember.
Clean Lake where it is.
Yeah, I should have brought the tax cards.
Well, I'm sure they'll look at it, but like if, they could make it into a park or
Right,
they could do something that might get them.
Give it to the town.
right,
We
right.
could sell it.
Okay, Crossroads, are we thinking we should wait? are you still on the, no?
I've been
Okay.
on the board for 8 years now.
Okay.
He's not
Perfect then, okay.
fine.
So Crossroads is, he recommended to put the excess land in current use, which they did this year, but the actual school buildings, those are exempt. That's his recommendation.
Move it.
I'll second.
Those in favor? Then aye.
Right,
Department we're gonna skip.
yes. Oh, and then these next four are pretty straightforward. The First Baptist Church, they, both buildings on the property are owned by them, used and occupied by the church, and that should be exempt. And their other property has always been in current use. They weren't, asking for that to be exempt.
I'll move it.
Second?
David, aye.
Then aye.
Okay. And then the Congregational Church, the same thing.
I'll move it.
Second?
David,
Then aye.
aye.
The Lyme Nursery School, organization timely filed, owned and used and occupied by the Lyme Nursery School. I am recommending granting that exemption.
I'll move it.
Second? Then aye.
David, aye.
Okay. And then Pathways, same thing, it's, well, not same, but it's being used for its intended charitable mission. I recommend.
Do you know what they do? What kind of charity?
Take care of people that are incapacitated.
Okay. And I'll move it.
Second? Then aye.
David, aye.
And then the historians, they have a portion that is taxable and has been because they, I think they rent out an apartment. yeah, there's an apartment upstairs, so that part is taxed, but the rest of it, Brendan recommends to exempt.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
And
David, aye.
Okay, and then this one, so the Center for Northern Woodlands, even last year and this year, Brendan recommended to deny. Last year's recommendation was because the paperwork, he didn't have the paperwork. There was a whole big kerfuffle. It got turned in, I think it was in one of the town clerk's lock boxes, so no one knew it, where it was, what it was there, but when we got it, it was postmarked and all that, so it had the right, it came in at the right time. And so you guys ended up approving it last year. This year, Brendan is recommending to deny because their publication that charges for its service. So, in his opinion, it should be denied, but then Laura agreed with what you previously had done, which was a percentage of the building is taxed, but another percentage is not.
Is that Laura's advice from this year or from last
So
year?
this was last year, we haven't,
So, and the basis for Brandon's theoretical basis for recommending denial has changed from last year.
right, or
So we
yeah.
should consult with Laura
Mhm.
again, I think.
We can do that, okay.
but nothing has changed. I mean, they've always had a publication. I'm not sure it's a profitable publication.
Right. And I don't know if maybe Brendan just was told about that, and maybe he didn't know that in previous years, but that's another thing we could hopefully get Brendan to come to another meeting too. But,
Yeah, the fact that they charge doesn't necessarily make them a for-profit.
right, right.
You know, lots of nonprofits have publications where they charge a fee for it.
Right.
and may or may not cover the cost of publication.
Right.
Does anybody know if they suspended publications on that?
It's still coming in.
Is it coming
And the kiln there said we
Yep,
can't.
we can't do that yet, and I'm having, Judy is gonna come, I think, to the August meeting to be able to do that with
You
Michael.
gotta get Michael here.
I know, hopefully he's feeling better, but, yeah. Okay. Wow. I think that's it, guys. Except that I'm gonna have you guys sign these ones that you voted.
That's all then.
Saving that and saving that. Yeah, so
Somebody wrote
I-
Vaseline over our camera.
I know, it does not look good.
We use this a lot.
Mhm.
Like, all of the meetings get sent out over Zoom.
Yes.
And we always having problems with it, and and it's now, I think we bought it right in COVID,
I
so
think
it's
you're right.
3 or 4 years old. Who would be the right person to sort of take a look and see if there's sort of upgraded or
Other
better or
options.
newer equipment that we could use in lieu of this, or probably about time to think about
Right,
replacing
yeah.
it.
I've done little research on it, I mean, I'm not a tech whiz, but I could also see it, because David Robbins was the one that found this, so I could ask for his opinion as well, but,
I don't know, do we still use Harvey? Do we have a tech consultant?
well, we have IT, we have Brian Suresh, so I could ask him.
That'd be a good person to
Yeah.
ask, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but as for, do you want me to try to figure out who our Dartmouth Connect is, or are we just gonna wait for Dina?
Either way,
I'll see what I can do. Oh, do we want to or should I be numbering those maps for the Smiths property, or are we still waiting?
Well, we can talk about that. Were you okay with that letter I drafted? If Ben and Michael are okay with it, then we could sign the letter and you could go ahead and number
Start
them.
doing that,
I would just leave 25 off.
okay. Okay. Yep. And I
It'd be good to get them that. How do we deliver that to them? Because that's not something we can put in the mail. Do you have a phone number for Martha? Could we ask her
I
to
do
come
have- I
in
do have
and
a
say,
phone number.
we have this,
Yep.
we, you know, you wanna, or if she, even if she, you know what, if she gave us an address, I'd drive it over there for her.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't know where to take it.
Okay, yeah, I can see.
Are
Can see
you
what the best
designating the
option-
items to be removed, numbering them? Thank you.
And we have that, I mean, that's public if you wanna look at it.
I think, yeah, it was at the meeting, I don't think Phil could make that meeting, that we went over that. But I printed the letter that David proposed and went around on letterhead and everything, if you guys feel comfortable signing, and then I can,
Yeah.
I don't wanna make Michael come in today when he's not feeling well, but I can try to get him in on another day to sign that.
Do you want us to sign this? This is just a copy for our packet.
That's just a copy, yeah, this one's in color with our pretty logo.
Yeah, so don't sign that one, Ben.
Oh.
Oh, or that is the.
That is the
Oh,
one,
okay,
yeah, I
yeah,
just
yeah.
handed in that one, yep. And I think just for.
Do we need to vote on this?
That's what I was gonna say, I think maybe we should.
I'll move
just-
it.
Okay.
A second, Ben, aye.
David, aye.
Pretty efficient meeting.
I know, I like to keep it efficient. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I know your meeting with, when Dina comes back might be a long one.
Well, that's her fault.
For ditching us for so long.
Save the time for when the skiway documents
Right,
come up. And
yes.
you had 30 people in this room complaining.
We've had some pretty interesting skiway meetings in the past.
Yeah,
I remember that one that all the room was full
Oh, yeah.
of green shirts. That was in a big room. And we decided to make them a skiway zone. They didn't want to be non-conforming, and they decided they wanted to have all East Lyme a commercial recreation area. I didn't think that was a very good idea. There's a lot of green in town, I'll tell you that much.
a lot of,
Green.
yes.
Some people thought it was sold out. I was giving up making it a skiway.
That's it,
Okay,
right?
yeah, well, if there's nothing
Wanna
else
move
you
quick?
guys have, okay.
I'll second that. Ben, aye. David, aye. Best meeting ever.
Goodness, 10:29, not even 30 minutes. Good
Just
efficiency.
so I'm clear, didn't wanna look a gift horse in the mouth, but what Michael Whitman was this and raising money for, he's not just gonna go